Achieve Anything You Set Your Mind To, written by James Tracy, published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. The introduction of Achieve Anything You Set Your Mind To delves deeply into the idea that our mindset is the most powerful tool we have in the pursuit of success. It begins by emphasizing that belief is the cornerstone of achieving anything in life. If we truly believe that something is possible, our actions will align with that belief, leading us to create opportunities rather than waiting for them to come by chance. It highlights that belief is not just about having hope, but about a deep, unwavering conviction in our own abilities, which influences the way we approach challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. The book further explains that every person has the potential to achieve extraordinary things, but that potential remains dormant unless actively nurtured and directed towards specific goals. It emphasizes that the mind is a powerful force capable of shaping our reality. By fostering a mindset focused on possibility, perseverance, and growth, individuals can break through barriers that may seem insurmountable at first. The introduction stresses that success is not a matter of talent or circumstance alone, but of mental fortitude and a willingness to act with purpose. A key concept presented in the introduction is the idea of aligning thoughts, emotions, and actions with one's goals. It suggests that clarity is essential without a clear sense of purpose. People often find themselves drifting, unsure of what they truly want to achieve. The book highlights the importance of setting clear, actionable goals that are broken down into manageable steps. It also suggests that a goal-oriented mindset allows individuals to focus on solutions rather than getting bogged down by problems. When our thoughts are aligned with our goals and our actions follow through, obstacles become stepping stones rather than hindrances. The introduction also addresses the importance of discipline and consistency in achieving any goal. It explains that having a clear vision of success is not enough. What really matters is the daily effort, the small steps that accumulate over time. Even when progress seems slow, maintaining a disciplined approach will eventually lead to success. The book discusses how developing habits that support our goals is crucial, as habits shape our daily routines and can either propel us towards success or derail our progress. In addition, the introduction touches on the power of persistence. It acknowledges that setbacks, failures, and disappointments are inevitable, but reframes them as integral parts of the journey. Every failure provides a lesson, and overcoming difficulties often builds resilience and determination. The key is to view setbacks not as signs of defeat, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and adaptation. The introduction suggests that those who succeed are not those who avoid failure, but those who persist in the face of it, armed with the knowledge and belief that they are capable of overcoming challenges. Moreover, the introduction highlights the role of visualization in the process of achievement. Visualizing success allows individuals to experience their goals in their mind's eye before they even begin to take action. This process strengthens the belief that success is possible and creates a mental blueprint for how to achieve it. It encourages readers to see themselves already living their dreams, creating a mental picture that keeps them motivated, focused, and persistent. Visualization helps maintain clarity of purpose, especially when the road gets tough. Another critical point is the importance of surrounding oneself with positive influences and support systems. The introduction notes that the people we interact with can have a profound impact on our mindset and motivation. Being around individuals who encourage growth, provide constructive feedback, and share similar goals can serve as a powerful motivator. The book encourages readers to seek out mentors, peers, and communities that uplift and inspire them, recognizing that success is often a collaborative effort rather than an isolated one. The introduction also acknowledges that not every goal is achieved on the first attempt. It stresses the importance of flexibility and adaptability in the face of challenges. Plans may need to be adjusted and approaches refined, but the end goal should remain fixed. Evaluating progress regularly and making necessary adjustments helps ensure that one remains on track, even if the original plan is tweaking along the way. The introduction reinforces the idea that perseverance and adaptability are just as important as planning. Finally, the introduction wraps up with an empowering message that success is within reach for anyone willing to commit to the process. The book promises that anyone, regardless of background or circumstances, can achieve anything they set their mind to, provided they have the right mindset, the belief in their own abilities, and the discipline to take consistent action. It encourages readers to step into their power and take control of their destiny, knowing that they hold the keys to unlock their full potential. By adopting a growth mindset, taking focused action, and staying persistent, the introduction assures that anyone can turn their dreams into reality. Chapter 1: The Power of Belief. This chapter delves into the transformative influence belief can have on every aspect of our lives, particularly in our ability to achieve goals and fulfill our potential. The chapter begins by stressing that belief is not a fleeting thought or a mere wish. It is an unwavering conviction that shapes our reality. Belief is the mental and emotional foundation that dictates how we view the world and ourselves. When we truly believe in our ability to succeed, we not only create a clear mental image of our desired outcome, but also ignite the inner drive needed to pursue it relentlessly. This conviction leads us to take actions aligned with our goals, propels us through obstacles, and keeps us motivated even in the face of adversity. Belief, according to the chapter, operates as a self-fulfilling prophecy. Our belief in our capabilities directly influences how we perceive challenges and setbacks. If we believe that we are capable of overcoming obstacles, we are more likely to approach difficulties with optimism, creativity, and problem-solving skills. Conversely, a lack of belief in ourselves leads to self-doubt, fear of failure, and inaction. The chapter emphasizes that belief is the fuel for persistence. It is what keeps us moving forward when things get tough. Without belief, we are more likely to give up at the first sign of difficulty, while with a strong belief, we are more likely to keep pushing through until we succeed. The chapter explains how belief influences our subconscious mind, guiding our thoughts, actions, and decisions without us even realizing it. When we believe in our abilities, our subconscious mind works in alignment with our conscious goals, helping us make decisions that lead to success. This alignment between the conscious and subconscious mind creates a sense of flow, where our thoughts and actions naturally support our dreams. On the other hand, if we harbor limiting beliefs or doubts, our subconscious can work against us, causing us to make choices that sabotage our success, even without our awareness. The chapter also draws attention to the idea that belief is contagious. When we believe in ourselves, that belief often radiates outward, influencing those around us. Positive energy attracts positive results, and when we surround ourselves with people who believe in us, or when we are in an environment that fosters belief, it reinforces our own self-confidence and determination. The people we associate with can either lift us up or pull us down, and so the chapter underscores the importance of cultivating relationships with individuals who encourage growth, resilience, and self-belief. The chapter dives deeper into the process of replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. It encourages readers to reflect on their current beliefs and identify those that are holding them back. For example, beliefs like "I'm not good enough" or "success is for others, not me" can prevent individuals from taking the necessary steps to achieve their goals. The chapter emphasizes that these beliefs are often based on past experiences or societal conditioning, and they do not reflect an individual's true potential. By actively challenging and replacing these limiting beliefs with affirmations of capability, such as "I am worthy of success" or "I am capable of achieving my goals," individuals can unlock their full potential. Furthermore, the chapter outlines how belief is not just about thinking positively, but about cultivating an inner sense of trust in oneself. Positive thinking alone, without genuine belief in one's ability to achieve, is not enough to produce results. Belief is about developing confidence in one's skills, talents, and inner strength. It is an internal dialogue that speaks to our true capabilities, even when external circumstances seem unfavorable. This chapter argues that belief is the true catalyst for success, because it activates the courage to take risks, step out of comfort zones, and pursue dreams despite the uncertainty or fear that may accompany those actions. Belief also plays a crucial role in the way we handle failure and setbacks. Instead of seeing failures as permanent roadblocks, belief allows us to see them as valuable learning experiences. A person with strong belief understands that failure is not a reflection of their worth, but a necessary part of the journey towards success. This mindset helps them to bounce back from disappointments with renewed vigor, armed with the lessons learned from their experiences. The chapter illustrates that the most successful people are often those who have failed the most, because their belief in their eventual success drives them to keep going, no matter how many times they fall. The chapter further explores the idea that belief must be nurtured and strengthened over time. Like any skill, belief requires practice. The more we act on our beliefs, the stronger they become. The chapter recommends taking small steps toward our goals, reinforcing our belief through consistent action. Each small victory builds our confidence, and the momentum gained from these successes strengthens our overall belief in our ability to achieve greater things. It also encourages readers to practice self-affirmation techniques and visualization to solidify their belief in their success. By consistently reinforcing a positive, empowering belief system, individuals can transform their entire outlook on life. The chapter also suggests that belief is not just a tool for personal success. It can be a powerful force for helping others as well. When we believe in others, we inspire them to believe in themselves. This ripple effect can lead to collective success, where communities and groups uplift each other through shared belief and mutual support. It highlights how belief in oneself can transcend individual goals, creating a larger, more positive impact on the world around us. Finally, the chapter concludes by reiterating that belief is the key to unlocking all other aspects of success. While talent, skills, and opportunities are important, none of these will matter if belief is absent. Belief is the driving force that turns dreams into reality. Without it, even the most talented and capable individuals can falter. The chapter encourages readers to cultivate unwavering belief in themselves, not just as a motivational tool, but as a life-changing principle that can lead them to achieve anything they set their mind to. Belief, it asserts, is the most powerful force in the universe because it has the power to shape our reality and determine our success. Chapter 2. Setting Clear Goals. This chapter explores the profound impact that goal setting has on shaping our success and provides an in-depth explanation of how to effectively set and achieve goals. It begins by asserting that without clearly defined goals, we are like a ship without a rudder. Our efforts can easily become disjointed, and our time, energy, and resources are wasted. The chapter highlights that clear goals act as a beacon, guiding our actions and decisions, and ensuring that everything we do is aligned with our desired outcomes. It stresses that goals must be specific and well-defined, as vague goals create confusion and make it difficult to measure progress. Instead of having a general wish like "I want to be successful," the chapter advocates for narrowing down the focus to something concrete, such as "I will increase my income by 20% in the next 12 months, or I will lose 10 kilograms in the next 2 months. Such specificity ensures that we know exactly what we are working towards, making our efforts more targeted and intentional. The chapter emphasizes the importance of making goals measurable, which enables us to track our progress and stay accountable. Without measurable criteria, it is easy to lose sight of whether we are moving in the right direction. A goal like "I want to improve my fitness" lacks tangible benchmarks, while a goal like "I will work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes gives us a clear way to track progress. This measurable aspect helps us see incremental successes, which motivates us to keep going. Moreover, the chapter explains that setting challenging yet attainable goals is essential. If a goal is too easy, it can lead to complacency and lack of motivation. On the other hand, If it is too difficult, it can cause frustration and lead to discouragement. The ideal goal strikes a balanced one that pushes us outside of our comfort zone, but remains within reach with consistent effort. This challenge encourages growth and development without overwhelming us. Breaking large, long-term goals into smaller, manageable tasks is another key takeaway from the chapter. Large goals can feel intimidating, and without clear steps, they are easy to put off or abandon. By breaking them down into smaller, more achievable objectives, the path to success becomes clearer and less daunting. For example, if the goal is to write a book, breaking it down into daily or weekly writing targets makes the task feel more manageable. This approach also helps maintain momentum, as achieving smaller goals provides a sense of accomplishment and keeps motivation high. Each small win reinforces the belief that the larger goal is attainable, encouraging us to keep moving forward. The chapter also touches on the importance of understanding why a particular goal matters to us, suggesting that we reflect deeply on the underlying motivations. Knowing the why behind a goal gives it meaning and purpose, making it easier to stay committed, especially during challenging moments. When the goal is tied to a strong emotional reason, such as improving health for the sake of family or financial independence, to live a more fulfilling life, it becomes more compelling and fuels perseverance. Writing down goals is another crucial step that the chapter emphasizes. By putting our goals in writing, we solidify our commitment to them and increase the likelihood of following through. Written goals become concrete, tangible reminders of our aspirations and serve as a constant reference point. The chapter suggests that writing down goals in a place where we can see them daily, such as on a vision board or in a journal, keeps our focus sharp and reinforces our commitment. This visual reminder strengthens the emotional connection to the goal and acts as a motivational tool, especially when faced with challenges. Additionally, the chapter highlights the importance of setting deadlines for our goals. A time-bound goal creates a sense of urgency and prevents procrastination. Without a deadline, there is little incentive to take immediate action, and we risk putting off our goals indefinitely. Whether it's a short-term deadline or a longer-term target, setting time constraints helps us stay on track and ensures that we are consistently moving toward our objective. The chapter also discusses the importance of flexibility when it comes to goal setting. Life is unpredictable, and unforeseen challenges may arise that require adjustments to our original plans. However, the chapter stresses that while the goal itself should remain firm, the methods for achieving it can be flexible. The ability to adapt and revise our approach when necessary is key to overcoming obstacles. For instance, if one approach to achieving a fitness goal is not working, it is important to reassess and try different strategies rather than giving up on the goal entirely. Regularly reviewing and revisiting our goals is another practice the chapter recommends. As we grow and change, so too do our aspirations, and what may have been relevant at one time need to be adjusted. Regularly reassessing our goals ensures they remain aligned with our current desires and circumstances, preventing us from becoming stagnant or pursuing goals that no longer serve us. The chapter also underscores the power of visualization in the process of goal setting. Visualizing the end result of our goals can help create a mental image of success, which in turn boosts confidence and motivation. The process of vividly imagining ourselves achieving our goals helps to reinforce belief in our ability to succeed. It also helps to clarify what success looks like and keeps us focused on the end result, which acts as a constant source of inspiration. Visualization, the chapter suggests, is not just about dreaming about the future. It is about embedding a clear picture of success in our minds, which we then work towards actively. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that goal setting is a dynamic, ongoing process that requires dedication, discipline, and persistence. It is not enough to simply set goals. We must also create an actionable plan, take consistent steps toward those goals, and remain committed, even when the journey gets tough. The chapter encourages readers to approach goal setting as a tool for personal growth and transformation, understanding that the process of striving toward a goal can be as valuable as the achievement itself. Ultimately, by setting clear, specific, measurable, and achievable goals, and by breaking them down into actionable steps, we can stay focused, motivated, and on track to achieve anything we set our minds to. Chapter 3. Overcoming Obstacles. This chapter delves deeply into the essential mindset and strategies necessary to face and overcome the challenges that inevitably appear while striving for any significant goal. The chapter opens with a powerful reminder that obstacles are not just common, but an inherent part of the journey towards success. Rather than being something to avoid or fear, obstacles should be embraced as opportunities for growth and personal development. They are not signs of failure, but rather tests that help us sharpen our abilities and reinforce our commitment to our goals. The key message here is that every challenge we encounter can teach us something valuable, whether it's about our strengths, weaknesses, or the world around us. In this light, obstacles become stepping stones that contribute to our eventual success, not permanent barriers to it. The chapter then focuses on the importance of developing a resilient mindset. It argues that one of the most critical tools in overcoming obstacles is the ability to remain positive and solution-oriented. When challenges arise, it's easy to get discouraged, especially if things aren't going according to plan. However, by focusing on the solutions rather than the problem, we shift our mindset from helplessness to empowerment. The chapter explains that successful people don't see setbacks as insurmountable, they see them as part of the process, and as something to be navigated with persistence and creative thinking. A positive attitude during tough times keeps the momentum going and prevents us from being paralyzed by self-doubt or negativity. Another critical point the chapter makes is about the power of persistence and why it is often the defining factor between success and failure. The chapter explains that achieving anything worthwhile is rarely a smooth or linear path, and most successful people have faced multiple setbacks and failures along the way. Those who persevere through tough times, refusing to give up, are often the ones who ultimately succeed. The chapter emphasizes that success isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about how you respond to them. It acknowledges that perseverance requires both mental and emotional strength, and this strength can be cultivated by staying focused on the bigger picture and remembering the deeper purpose behind your goals. Flexibility is another central theme in overcoming obstacles. The chapter stresses that obstacles often require us to adapt and change our approach. What works in one situation might not work in another, and rigid thinking can prevent us from finding alternative solutions when things go wrong. The ability to pivot, whether it's adjusting strategies, timelines, or expectations, is crucial for navigating obstacles effectively. The chapter compares this adaptability to the concept of flow, where one moves with the current rather than against it, using challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. By remaining flexible, individuals can stay on course even when unexpected problems arise, using their creativity and resourcefulness to find new ways to achieve their goals. Self-belief plays a significant role in overcoming obstacles, and the chapter devotes considerable time to exploring this concept. It explains that confidence in one's abilities is a powerful tool for dealing with adversity. When faced with challenges, those who believe in their own potential are more likely to take action and remain persistent. On the other hand, doubt and fear can prevent progress, leading to hesitation or giving up too soon. The chapter emphasizes that self-belief is not something that comes naturally to everyone, it needs to be nurtured. It suggests practices like positive self-talk, affirmations, and visualization techniques to build and strengthen self-confidence. These mental strategies help individuals silence their inner critics and build the resilience necessary to confront challenges head-on. The chapter also explores the emotional aspects of dealing with obstacles. Overcoming challenges often involves not just practical solutions, but also managing emotions like frustration, anger, and disappointment. The ability to stay calm and composed under pressure is key to making sound decisions when facing obstacles. The chapter suggests that emotional endurance, staying steady, even in stressful situations, can be developed over time by learning to reframe negative emotions and stay focused on the goal. By practicing mindfulness and emotional regulation techniques, individuals can build the emotional resilience needed to navigate obstacles without letting stress overwhelm them. The power of seeking support from others is another important theme in this chapter. The chapter highlights that, while self-reliance is valuable, we don't have to face obstacles alone. Having a support system in place, whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues, can provide not only encouragement, but also practical advice, alternative perspectives, and assistance when needed. The chapter notes that people who have a strong network of support are better equipped to handle adversity because they can lean on others for guidance and motivation during tough times. Additionally, being part of a supportive community can also provide a sense of accountability, encouraging individuals to stay committed to their goals despite setbacks. One of the critical messages of the chapter is that obstacles are a natural part of personal and professional growth. The chapter explains that it's unrealistic to expect a goal to be achieved without encountering difficulties along the way. In fact, the most meaningful accomplishments often come after the hardest challenges. These obstacles are what shape us into more capable and determined individuals. Each challenge we face provides an opportunity to refine our skills, deepen our understanding, and grow in ways that wouldn't have been possible without the obstacle in the first place. The chapter encourages readers to embrace these challenges as part of the journey, rather than resist them or view them as signs of failure. The chapter also talks about the importance of developing a proactive attitude toward obstacles. Instead of waiting for problems to arise and reacting to them in panic, the chapter advises readers to anticipate potential challenges and prepare for them in advance. This might involve problem-solving strategies, contingency plans, or mindset shifts that make it easier to cope when difficulties arise. Being proactive allows us to maintain control over the situation, rather than letting the obstacle control us. It's about facing challenges with preparation and calmness, rather than being overwhelmed by the unexpected. Finally, the chapter concludes by reiterating that overcoming obstacles is a continual process. It's not something that can be mastered once and for all, but a skill that needs to be developed and refined throughout life. Every obstacle we face offers a chance to build resilience, gain insights, and become stronger. The chapter encourages readers to keep moving forward, step by step, knowing that every challenge they encounter will only serve to bring them closer to their ultimate goal. Overcoming obstacles is not just about getting past specific hurdles. It's about developing the inner strength and perseverance needed to thrive, no matter what life throws our way. Chapter 4. The Role of Discipline and Consistency. This chapter dives into the profound impact that discipline and consistency have on achieving success, emphasizing that these qualities are the bedrock of long-term accomplishment and sustainable progress. The chapter opens by addressing the common misconception that success is a result of bursts of motivation or intense inspiration. While motivation can certainly spark action, it is often fleeting and unreliable. What truly propels people to reach their goals is their ability to maintain discipline, showing up every day and doing the necessary work even when the initial excitement fades or when progress seems slow. The chapter emphasizes that discipline is not about rigidly following a set of rules. Rather, it's about making deliberate choices to stay on course, regardless of distractions or obstacles. In fact, discipline is portrayed as a muscle that can be strengthened over time, with small acts of self-control and commitment adding up to significant achievements. Consistency is highlighted as the counterpart to discipline, with the two working together to create the momentum needed to achieve lasting success. Consistency involves performing the necessary tasks regularly and without fail, even when results are not immediately apparent. The chapter emphasizes that success is not always about making huge leaps, but rather about consistently taking small, purposeful actions that compound over time. Just like an athlete training for a marathon, consistent effort no matter how incremental, leads to improvement and eventual mastery. The chapter explains that this principle applies to any area of life, whether it's building a business, improving personal health, or mastering a skill. The key is not to become discouraged by short-term setbacks or lack of visible progress, but to trust that every small effort contributes to the bigger picture. A key point in the chapter is that consistency is not about perfection, but about persistence. It addresses the fear that if one slip-up occurs, it ruins all progress. On the contrary, the chapter encourages readers to view mistakes and setbacks as part of the journey rather than as reasons to give up. Consistency is about staying on track despite temporary failures and returning to your routine as quickly as possible. The chapter highlights that the most successful individuals are not those who avoid failure, but those who keep going even after encountering obstacles. Discipline, in this sense, is the ability to rise above short-term failures, knowing that true growth and progress come from the continued commitment to one's goals, regardless of the occasional misstep. The chapter also touches on the psychological and emotional components of discipline and consistency. It explains that these qualities require a certain level of emotional intelligence, particularly the ability to delay gratification and resist the urge for instant rewards. Success often requires doing the unglamorous work in the short term, whether it's putting in hours of practice, following a diet plan, or making countless small business decisions, and the ability to stay disciplined during these times is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. The chapter stresses the importance of cultivating the mindset that discipline is not a sacrifice, but a choice to invest in future success. It discusses how to reframe the perception of work and effort from being burdensome to being an empowering and rewarding part of the process. Time management is another area closely linked to discipline and consistency. The chapter explains that both qualities require an effective approach to managing one's time, as procrastination can easily derail progress. Effective time management enables individuals to prioritize the tasks that truly matter and stay on course with their goals. The chapter suggests that individuals should break down their larger goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, each of which can be completed consistently. This approach helps eliminate the overwhelm that often accompanies big projects and ensures that there is always a clear next step to take. By scheduling regular, focused time for each task, discipline and consistency become easier to maintain. The chapter also explores how habits and routines play a central role in fostering both discipline and consistency. By creating structured routines, individuals can eliminate the need for constant decision-making and minimize distractions, making it easier to maintain consistent effort. The chapter suggests that successful people often create routines that include habits supporting their goals, such as exercise, reading, or work-related activities. These routines help reinforce discipline by making positive behaviors automatic, so that they don't require as much effort or thought. Over time, these habits become ingrained, turning actions that once required conscious effort into natural, almost effortless behavior. Furthermore, the chapter acknowledges the reality of challenges that come with maintaining discipline and consistency. It points out that external factors, such as work demands, personal stress, or unexpected events, can disrupt even the best laid plans. However, the chapter stresses that setbacks should not be viewed as failures, but as opportunities to learn how to adapt and persist. The chapter offers practical advice for handling these challenges, such as building resilience to stress, practicing mindfulness, and having contingency plans in place. When things don't go according to plan, it's important to recalibrate, refocus, and keep moving forward, rather than letting one obstacle derail your overall progress. The chapter also dives into the idea that discipline and consistency are interdependent. One cannot truly have one without the other. Consistency is the result of discipline, and discipline is strengthened by consistency. The more consistently an individual practices discipline, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined in the future. This creates a positive feedback loop, where the small actions taken today lead to bigger successes tomorrow. The chapter discusses how this cycle reinforces itself, with each step forward making it easier to continue on the path, even when faced with difficulties. It also points out that those who succeed consistently are those who have mastered this feedback loop and know how to harness its power. Another significant insight in the chapter is the importance of long-term thinking. Discipline and consistency require individuals to focus on the bigger picture and to avoid getting discouraged by the lack of immediate rewards. The chapter advises readers to remain patient and to remind themselves regularly why they embarked on their goals in the first place. It stresses that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and those who can maintain consistent effort over the long term more likely to achieve their goals. This long-term perspective helps individuals stay motivated, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or slow. Finally, the chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that discipline and consistency are not innate traits, but learned behaviors that anyone can develop with practice. It encourages readers to start small, setting manageable goals and building momentum. By consistently applying discipline, day after day, and building it into their routines, individuals can steadily improve their ability to achieve success. The chapter highlights that anyone can develop these qualities with patience and perseverance, and that the key to success lies in the consistent application of effort over time. Ultimately, the chapter asserts that success is not reserved for the naturally gifted or the lucky, but for those who master the art of discipline and consistency. Chapter 5. Visualizing Success. This chapter presents a comprehensive exploration of how visualization can be a powerful mental tool for achieving goals and shaping one's reality. The chapter begins by outlining the science behind visualization, explaining how the brain is deeply influenced by the images it processes, both real and imagined. When an individual visualizes a goal or desired outcome, the brain activates similar neural pathways as if the event were actually happening. This phenomenon is why athletes, for example, often use mental rehearsal techniques to envision themselves succeeding, as it not only boosts their confidence, but also enhances their performance. The chapter stresses that visualization is far from a passive exercise. Rather, it is a proactive practice that helps create a mental blueprint for success. It emphasizes that the more specific and detailed the visualization, the more effective it becomes in creating clarity and focus. Rather than simply imagining a vague concept of success, individuals are encouraged to create vivid, sensory-rich images imagining the sights, sounds, feelings, and even smells associated with the success they desire. For instance, if someone is visualizing a successful public speaking event, they are advised to mentally walk through every aspect, from standing in front of the audience to the sensation of their voice resonating with confidence. The chapter further explains that visualization is not just about seeing the end goal, but about imagining the entire process of achieving it. This includes envisioning the obstacles and challenges one might face along the way and mentally rehearsing how to overcome them. This aspect of visualization prepares the individual to face difficulties head-on, with the mindset that setbacks are temporary and manageable. Instead of being discouraged by challenges, those who visualize success regularly are conditioned to approach problems with solutions in mind, knowing that their mental rehearsal has already prepared them for such obstacles. By doing this, they remain focused on their goals, even when the journey gets tough. The chapter draws parallels between visualization and the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies, where consistently imagining success increases the likelihood of it becoming a reality. It suggests that by repeatedly seeing themselves succeeding, individuals begin to expect success, which influences their actions, mindset, and even their interactions with others. This expectation, in turn, increases their resilience, making them more likely to persist through challenges. Additionally, the chapter highlights the psychological benefits of visualization. One of the core ideas presented is that visualization can help reduce anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. When individuals visualize success, especially in stressful situations, they train their brains to approach those situations with calm and confidence. For example, visualizing oneself walking into a job interview and performing confidently can help reduce nervousness when the actual event occurs. This mental preparation also boosts self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to succeed, which is crucial for maintaining motivation and persistence. The chapter explains that as individuals repeatedly visualize positive outcomes, they start to internalize the belief that they are capable of achieving those outcomes, fostering a mindset of success. Over time, this builds an emotional connection to the goal, making it feel more attainable and real. Furthermore, the chapter explains that visualization is not a one-time practice, but should be integrated into daily routines. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, regular visualization exercises strengthen the mind, helping individuals stay aligned with their goals and remain motivated even during difficult times. In terms of practical application, the chapter offers specific techniques for effective visualization. One recommendation is to create a vision board, a collection of images, quotes, and symbols that represent the desired goal, placing it somewhere visible to serve as a daily reminder. This board acts as a tangible representation of the individual's goals and encourages the consistent mental practice of visualizing success. Another technique is using guided imagery or meditation to focus the mind and enter a deeply relaxed state where visualization becomes easier and more vivid. The chapter emphasizes that, while the mind is powerful, it works best when paired with action. Visualization is most effective when combined with a clear plan of action. Therefore, individuals are urged to visualize not only the end result, but also the steps required to achieve it. By mentally rehearsing the actions needed to make progress, the individual can align their physical efforts with their mental images, reinforcing the commitment to their goals. The chapter also explores the connection between emotions and visualization. It explains that visualization is not just about the mental process of imagining success, but also about connecting emotionally to the desired outcome. When individuals visualize their success, they are encouraged to feel the positive emotions associated with that success, whether it's the joy of achieving a long-term goal or the pride of overcoming obstacles. The emotional component makes the visualization more powerful because it taps into the brain's reward system, reinforcing the desire to achieve the goal. This emotional resonance also helps to overcome the internal resistance and negative thoughts that often arise, especially when faced with difficulties. By consistently visualizing success and feeling the emotions associated with it, individuals strengthen their commitment to their goals, making the pursuit of success feel more natural and rewarding. Moreover, the chapter emphasizes that visualization can be used as a tool for self-improvement. By visualizing positive behaviors such as acting with integrity, being disciplined, or handling challenges with grace, individuals can train themselves to embody these qualities in real life. This concept of mental rehearsal for character development suggests that visualization can help individuals align their actions with their values and desired traits, making personal growth a conscious and intentional process. The chapter encourages readers to not only visualize external successes, but also internal transformations, fostering a well-rounded sense of achievement. One of the key ideas discussed in the chapter is that visualization strengthens the mind-body connection. It describes how mental images can influence physical outcomes, pointing to research showing that athletes who mentally rehearse their performances can experience similar physical benefits as those who physically practice. This concept is rooted in the idea that the mind's focus on a specific outcome creates a sense of alignment within the body, enabling better performance. The chapter underscores the importance of maintaining consistency in visualization, noting that just like with any skill, the more one practices, the more effective it becomes. Regular visualization builds neural pathways that align the brain with the actions required for success, making the process smoother and more intuitive. In conclusion, the chapter reinforces the notion that visualization is a dynamic, interactive process that shapes one's mindset, emotions, and behaviors. It is not about passively wishing for success, but about actively engaging the mind to create a clear and compelling mental image of achievement. When practiced regularly and combined with discipline, action, and emotional connection, visualization becomes a powerful catalyst for manifesting success. The chapter suggests that anyone can harness the power of visualization, regardless of their background or goals, by committing to a practice of mental focus and clarity. Ultimately, it positions visualization as an essential tool for anyone who wants to turn their dreams into reality, helping them navigate the challenges of the journey with confidence, resilience, and determination. Chapter 6: Taking Action. This chapter is fundamentally about the idea that dreams and goals remain out of reach without the effort of taking intentional, concrete steps. The chapter opens by emphasizing that action is the engine that drives progress, and no matter how carefully one plans or visualizes success, action is the only true catalyst for change. Without action, a goal is merely a wish, a dream that stays locked inside the mind. This chapter insists that the first step toward achievement is always the hardest, often due to fear, self-doubt, or the perception that one isn't prepared enough. However, the key idea presented is that once action is initiated, no matter how small, it creates momentum that makes the next steps easier. It breaks down the myth of needing everything to be perfect before starting. Instead, it presents the reality that action often reveals new information and learning opportunities that make the path clearer. The chapter explains that waiting for the right time or perfect conditions only results in missed opportunities and procrastination, suggesting that there will never be a perfect moment. One must create their own momentum by simply starting. The importance of beginning, no matter how imperfectly, is stressed repeatedly as a fundamental principle of success. Each small action taken, even if it's not flawless, begins to build a foundation for bigger, more impactful steps. The chapter emphasizes that fear and self-doubt are paralyzing, but they dissipate when action is taken. Starting creates a shift from thinking to doing, and this shift has the power to break through mental barriers. The chapter goes on to explore the concept of consistency, reinforcing that success doesn't come from isolated bursts of energy or sporadic effort, but from persistent, consistent action over time. The importance of daily actions, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is a central theme. Regular, consistent effort compounds, leading to significant progress over time. The idea of creating habits around taking action is explored as a way to make progress inevitable. Instead of relying on fleeting bursts of motivation, the chapter suggests that developing discipline and routine can make action a part of daily life, ensuring that forward momentum is maintained even on days when motivation wanes. The chapter delves into how action becomes a habit, and the more frequently someone takes action, the easier it becomes to continue. With repeated action, individuals create a system that keeps them moving even through difficulties and setbacks. This process helps individuals build resilience, as every action taken, even in the face of obstacles, proves that they are capable of moving forward, even if the outcome isn't immediately clear. Another key aspect of the chapter is the feedback loop created by taking action. The chapter explains that real progress isn't just measured by the action taken, but by the learning that comes from it. Each step, even if it's not entirely successful, provides valuable feedback that allows individuals to adjust their approach and improve. This feedback is seen as an essential tool for growth, helping to refine one's methods, strategies, and perspective. The chapter explains that action provides real-world experience, and in contrast to theory, experience is the most valuable teacher. As one continues to take action, they learn more about what works, what doesn't, and where they need to improve. It also helps build confidence, as each piece of action taken proves that they are capable of making progress. This growing confidence fuels further action, creating a cycle of success. The chapter stresses that the act of doing, not just thinking, is what leads to actual change. For many people, fear of failure holds them back from taking action, but this chapter encourages readers to shift their perspective Failure is not something to avoid, but rather an essential part of the process. Every action, even a failed one, is a lesson that helps steer one closer to success. Furthermore, the chapter underscores the importance of making action an ongoing, committed process. It explains that action should not be thought of as a single event, but as part of a continuous cycle of efforts, refinements, and progress. Consistent action involves creating a plan, and then working toward it daily, with the understanding that the path may not be linear. The chapter advises against the temptation to rush. Instead, it encourages steady, focused effort that allows individuals to learn and adapt as they move forward. By taking consistent action, individuals create a foundation that leads to long-term success, rather than looking for quick fixes or shortcuts that may lead to burnout. It also addresses how consistency builds trust first in oneself and later with others who may become involved in one's endeavors. As individuals consistently take action, they show themselves and the world that they are serious about their goals, which can attract further opportunities. The chapter also focuses on the power of momentum, explaining that once individuals begin to take action, it becomes easier to continue. Momentum is a crucial force that keeps the process moving forward, even in the face of challenges. The idea is that the hardest part is simply starting, but once you've built momentum, it's easier to keep going because progress begins to feed itself. The chapter compares this process to rolling a boulder uphill. The first push is the hardest, but once it's in motion, the boulder begins to move with greater ease. Momentum creates a snowball effect, where each action leads to a greater sense of purpose and urgency, which pushes individuals to continue taking action. This positive feedback loop can make the journey feel less daunting and more rewarding, encouraging individuals to keep striving toward their goals. Taking action, according to the chapter, also gives a person a sense of control over their circumstances. When people take initiative, they shift from a passive role to an active one, taking ownership of their situation rather than waiting for things to happen. This sense of control is empowering and reinforces the belief that individuals are the creators of their own success. It is also essential in overcoming obstacles, as those who take action are more likely to find solutions to problems and navigate through difficult times. The chapter argues that action transforms the idea of control from a mere illusion into a real, tangible force that shapes outcomes. People who act with intent begin to steer their own lives, rather than being at the mercy of external factors. In addition, the chapter touches upon how action can unlock new opportunities. By actively pursuing goals, individuals put themselves in situations where unexpected possibilities arise, whether through networking, learning, or discovering new ways to approach a challenge. The chapter stresses that opportunities don't come to those who wait, but to those who take bold steps forward. The chapter also highlights that taking action often leads to surprising discoveries and ideas that would not have been found if one stayed stagnant. Action leads to a greater openness to the world, as it forces individuals to engage with their environment in a more active, exploratory way. The chapter suggests that even when things don't go as planned, action opens doors that could not have been anticipated, which leads to a greater sense of opportunity and adventure. Finally, the chapter concludes by reiterating that taking action is the critical element that separates successful people from those who remain stuck in their dreams. No matter the goal, without action, there can be no progress. The chapter emphasizes that while action is often difficult and can bring up fears, doubts, and failures, it is through persistence, consistency, and a willingness to keep moving forward that success is ultimately achieved. It encourages readers to take that first step, no matter how imperfect, and trust that once they begin, the journey will unfold in ways they cannot yet imagine. Every step taken, every action, moves them closer to realizing their potential and their dreams. Chapter 7. The importance of support systems. This chapter delves deeply into the significant impact that relationships and community play in an individual's ability to achieve success. It begins by emphasizing that while individual effort and personal drive are important, the presence of a strong, supportive network makes the journey towards any goal more manageable, enriching, and sustainable. This network, or support system, can take many forms, such as family, friends, mentors, colleagues, coaches, or even online communities. The chapter stresses that success is not a solitary pursuit, and while it is true that personal initiative is critical, no one can go through life's challenges and reach the highest levels of achievement without some form of support. It explains that support systems provide not only emotional encouragement, but also practical advice, resources, and sometimes financial backing. When individuals face setbacks, doubts, or difficult times, a solid support network offers reassurance, perspective, and help in navigating through challenges. It makes the journey less daunting because individuals know they are not alone, and they have people who care about their success, believe in their potential, and are ready to assist when needed. The chapter further emphasizes that a positive, empowering support system helps one to stay grounded and focused on their goals. It explains how these connections provide individuals with the motivation to keep going, especially during moments of self-doubt or when progress seems slow. The support received can act as a reminder of one's potential, helping to overcome feelings of discouragement or frustration that often come with striving for big dreams. Moreover, the chapter stresses the necessity of surrounding oneself with people who uplift, inspire, and push individuals to be better. The relationships that make up a strong support system do not just offer comfort, but also challenge individuals to improve themselves. People who provide constructive criticism, hold individuals accountable, and encourage personal growth are invaluable, as they help individuals avoid complacency. A significant point made in the chapter is the idea that some relationships might be toxic or limiting, and individuals need to be discerning about who they allow into their support network. The presence of toxic individuals, those who may foster negativity, doubts, or resentment, can be detrimental to one's progress and success. This chapter emphasizes that the people you surround yourself with have a significant influence on your mindset, your behavior, and, ultimately, your success. Hence, the chapter recommends cultivating relationships with individuals who believe in your dreams, who are positive and solution-oriented, and who can offer guidance when needed. It encourages being intentional about choosing the right people, whether they are close friends or professional mentors, as their influence can be transformative. In discussing the practical benefits of having a support system, the chapter highlights how these relationships provide critical guidance and mentorship, which can significantly reduce the learning curve. When someone is new to a field or embarking on a new journey, having someone experienced to offer advice, share insights, and help them avoid mistakes is invaluable. This kind of mentorship accelerates learning, builds confidence, and helps individuals navigate unfamiliar territories with more clarity and certainty. The chapter also explores how support systems contribute to problem solving. When facing obstacles, it is often easier to find solutions when working with others who bring different perspectives, skills, and ideas to the table. A support network expands the pool of knowledge and resources, giving individuals access to information, connections, and experiences that might otherwise be unavailable to them. This collective wisdom can help generate ideas, create new opportunities, and expedite decision-making, all of which are essential when striving to achieve complex goals. The importance of accountability is another major theme explored in this chapter. It explains that a support system plays a crucial role holding individuals accountable for their actions. Accountability partners or groups ensure that one stays committed to their goals, making it less likely that they will procrastinate, abandon their efforts, or lose sight of their purpose. The chapter discusses how accountability, whether informal or structured, encourages consistent progress toward goals. Knowing that others are watching, offering encouragement, or even expecting regular updates provides an added layer of motivation. It emphasizes that individuals are more likely to take responsibility for their actions and follow through with their plans when they know someone is checking in on their progress. This accountability can extend beyond just professional goals and apply to personal development, fitness, and other areas of life. Furthermore, the chapter examines how support systems foster a sense of community and belonging, which is vital for mental and emotional well-being. Many people pursue goals not only for personal success, but also to contribute to a larger cause, whether that is their family, community, or society at large. A support system allows individuals to feel connected to others who share similar goals, challenges, and values. This sense of belonging is crucial because it provides emotional stability, reduces feelings of isolation, and reinforces the idea that success is not just about individual achievement, but also about contributing to something greater. This community can provide not just emotional support, but also practical help, such as shared resources, access to networks, or even collaborative efforts that help everyone involved succeed. The chapter also touches on the role of encouragement in helping individuals push past their limits. Encouragement can come in many forms, from simple words of praise to acts of kindness and support. Positive reinforcement helps individuals stay motivated, particularly when they face rejection, failure, or self-doubt. The chapter argues that people who feel supported are more likely to take risks, explore new opportunities, and step outside their comfort zones. Support systems can push individuals to stretch their potential, take bold actions, and challenge their boundaries. The chapter suggests that encouragement not only boosts morale, but also increases resilience, as individuals who feel supported are more likely to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. In terms of success, the chapter explores the idea that support systems offer not only emotional and moral support, but also open doors to opportunities. Having people who believe in you can create pathways that would be difficult to access alone. For example, mentors and professional networks can provide introductions, career advice, and access to opportunities that accelerate progress. These connections often lead to collaborations, partnerships, and new ventures, which contribute to achieving greater success than what might have been possible independently. The chapter stresses that success is often achieved through the support and opportunities that come from relationships, and by building and nurturing these connections, individuals can access resources and opportunities that can propel them toward their goals faster and more efficiently. Lastly, the chapter reminds readers that a support system should be viewed as an ongoing investment. It's not enough to simply surround oneself with positive people at the start of a journey. Relationships must be nurtured and strengthened over time. This means actively engaging with those who support you, offering help when they need it, and ensuring that mutual respect and care are maintained. The chapter advocates for the idea of reciprocity in relationships, where both parties contribute to the other's growth and success. By creating an environment where support is both given and received, individuals can foster long-lasting, positive relationships that contribute to their growth and well-being. The chapter concludes by reiterating that no one achieves success in isolation, and that a robust support system is key to overcoming challenges, staying on course, and ultimately achieving one's goals. Chapter 8. Evaluating progress and adjusting plans. This chapter focuses on the crucial necessity of regularly reviewing one's progress towards achieving goals and adjusting strategies as needed to stay on track. The chapter underscores that goal setting and execution are foundational to success, but they are not sufficient on their own without the critical step of evaluation. This process goes beyond just measuring milestones and task completion. It involves a deep reflection on what has been accomplished, how it aligns with the overall vision, and whether the strategies employed are effective or require modification. The chapter stresses that evaluating progress is an active and ongoing process that ensures the efforts being made are in the right direction, and that any issues can be addressed before they become obstacles. It highlights that success is rarely linear, and that the road to achieving goals is filled with challenges unexpected detours, and lessons to be learned along the way. Thus, evaluation is not a one-time event, but an iterative process that helps individuals recalibrate and adjust their approach based on new circumstances, feedback, and experiences. The chapter explains that regular check-ins with one's progress help to identify areas of strength that can be further optimized and areas of weakness that need additional focus or a change in strategy. This constant re-evaluation fosters a mindset of growth and adaptability, where challenges are seen as opportunities for improvement, not as reasons to abandon the goal. A significant part of this chapter is dedicated to the importance of being honest and objective during the evaluation process. It stresses the need for individuals to take a step back, look at their progress critically, and assess whether their current methods are still aligned with their long-term vision. If progress is stagnating or goals seem too distant, it's essential to honestly identify the root causes and avoid falling into the trap of self-deception or complacency. This chapter explains that some goals might require significant adjustments, whether in terms of scope, timeline, or approach, and that it's essential not to get emotionally attached to an original plan if it's no longer serving the intended purpose. The chapter encourages individuals to assess their results with objectivity, whether that means recognizing the need for more effort, recalibrating their timelines, or even redefining their goals entirely. It acknowledges that perfection is not the goal. Rather, the key to success lies in being flexible and responsive to the learning that occurs through the journey. The concept of agility is also emphasized, highlighting that the ability to adjust plans based on evaluation is a hallmark of successful individuals. The chapter warns against sticking rigidly to one strategy, particularly when it becomes evident that it's not yielding the expected results. In such cases, being willing to pivot, whether that means changing tactics, learning new skills, seeking out new resources, or adjusting timelines, can significantly increase the likelihood of success. Instead of letting frustration dictate decisions, the chapter advises taking a more analytical approach to identify what's not working and exploring alternative solutions. It suggests that, rather than thinking of setbacks or changes as failures, one should view them as a natural part of the process that is necessary for long-term achievement. This adaptability, according to the chapter, ensures that the journey toward the goal remains dynamic and responsive, increasing the chance of success even when faced with unforeseen obstacles. Another key theme in this chapter is the importance of learning from both successes and failures. When evaluating progress, it's vital not only to focus on areas that need improvement, but also to take time to celebrate and understand what's working. The chapter explains that success, no matter how small, offers insights into what strategies, habits, or approaches are particularly effective. Recognizing these strengths allows individuals to build on them, amplifying the impact of their positive actions. Similarly, when facing setbacks or failures, the chapter stresses the importance of analyzing what went wrong and extracting valuable lessons from those experiences. This type of reflection fosters resilience, as it enables individuals to bounce back from difficulties with greater wisdom and clarity. By continuously learning from both successes and failures, individuals are better equipped to refine their approach and avoid repeating the same mistakes. The chapter also explores how to adjust one's plans in the face of changing circumstances. Life and external factors are unpredictable, and unforeseen challenges often arise that can derail even the best laid plans. The chapter explains that this is where flexibility becomes crucial. If conditions change, whether through external factors like economic shifts or internal factors like a change in personal priorities, an individual's plan should be adjusted accordingly. The chapter highlights that while the end goal should remain constant, the means to achieve it may need to evolve. Adjusting plans isn't a sign of failure. Rather, it reflects the individual's ability to be responsive to their environment and to act strategically in the face of new developments. This also involves reassessing priorities if something no longer aligns with the broader objective or if a different path has become more viable. The chapter advises making the necessary changes without guilt or hesitation. Time management is another aspect of progress evaluation discussed in this chapter. It stresses the importance of allocating time efficiently and ensuring that actions align with desired outcomes. The chapter notes that often, despite effort, the allocation of time or resources may not be optimally aligned with the most important tasks. This misalignment can slow down progress or lead to wasted effort. The chapter recommends a periodic review of one's schedule, task lists, and priorities to ensure that time is being spent on activities that directly contribute to goal attainment. When re-evaluating progress, it's vital to examine whether time and energy are being directed toward the highest priority actions or if efforts are being dispersed across less critical tasks. The chapter further discusses the emotional aspects of evaluating progress, noting that it's common to feel frustration, disappointment, or discouragement if progress is slower than expected. It encourages individuals to embrace these emotions as part of the process, but not to let them cloud judgment or hinder forward momentum. Instead, it suggests using such emotions as a signal to reassess the approach. For instance, feelings of frustration may indicate that a certain method is not as effective as anticipated, and that a new approach should be explored. The chapter reminds readers that emotional resilience, being able to process and move past setbacks, is essential to staying on course and adjusting plans effectively. Finally, the chapter emphasizes that consistent evaluation and adjustment build a sense of empowerment. By regularly checking in on progress and being open to making changes, individuals gain more control over their journey. The process of continually assessing progress allows for more informed decision-making, increases confidence, and ultimately makes it easier to stay motivated and focused on the long-term goal. The chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that the journey towards achieving anything requires ongoing reflection, learning, and adjustment, and that those who can embrace change and remain flexible in the face of challenges are the ones most likely to succeed. Conclusion. The conclusion of Achieve Anything You Set Your Mind to serves as a powerful reminder and summary of the principles explored throughout the book. It encapsulates the essence of achieving success, underlining that the journey toward any goal is multifaceted, involving a series of steps that demand both effort and resilience. The conclusion emphasizes that success is rarely a quick or simple outcome, but rather a product of dedication, self-belief, and continuous action. It reinforces the idea that to achieve anything meaningful, individuals must take a proactive role, stay disciplined, and adapt to the challenges they encounter. The conclusion highlights the importance of mindset, urging readers to embrace the belief that they can achieve their dreams, even when the road is difficult or unclear. Self-doubt and fear may arise, but the key to overcoming them lies in cultivating self-confidence and focusing on one's strengths and abilities. The book stresses that mindset is not just about having positive thoughts, but about maintaining a deep-seated belief in the possibility of success, regardless of the external circumstances. Another key message in the conclusion is the centrality of perseverance and persistence in the pursuit of goals. It acknowledges that achieving anything worthwhile requires consistent effort over time, and that setbacks and challenges are inevitable. However, rather than being discouraged by these obstacles, readers are encouraged to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. The conclusion emphasizes that persistence is what sets successful individuals apart from those who give up too soon. It urges readers to keep pushing forward, even when the results are not immediately visible, because the cumulative effect of consistent action will eventually pay off. The idea is that progress is often slow, but it is the steady, persistent efforts that create real change and lead to meaningful results. The book also stresses the importance of taking disciplined and consistent action. It reiterates that success does not come from sporadic bursts of effort, but from sustained, intentional actions that align with one's goals. The conclusion reinforces the need to cultivate discipline, which involves making daily decisions that support one's long-term objectives. Discipline, according to the book, is not about rigid control, but about making choices that are aligned with the larger vision. Even when motivation fluctuates, it is about developing the habits and routines that foster progress and ensuring that actions are purposeful and in line with the overarching goal. An essential part of the conclusion is the reminder that success is rarely achieved in isolation. The importance of support systems is emphasized, underscoring that having a network of supportive individuals, whether mentors, peers, or friends, can significantly impact one's ability to stay focused and motivated. The conclusion reminds readers that they do not have to achieve their goals alone, and that seeking advice, encouragement, and accountability from others is a crucial part of the process. It encourages readers to surround themselves with people who uplift and inspire them, as the right support network can provide both practical guidance and emotional strength when challenges arise. Having a mentor or role model who has navigated a similar path can offer valuable insights and help avoid common pitfalls. The conclusion also touches on the idea that, while having a clear plan is essential, it is equally important to remain flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances often change, which may necessitate adjusting plans and strategies. The book advises readers to avoid becoming rigidly attached to a particular outcome or timeline. Instead, it encourages them to be open to reevaluating their approach when necessary and to pivot when challenges require it. This flexibility is a key factor in long-term success, as it enables individuals to adapt to new information, unforeseen obstacles, or shifts in circumstances while still staying focused on their ultimate goal. The concept of learning from setbacks is further emphasized in the conclusion. The book encourages readers to view challenges and failures as natural parts of the journey, not as reasons to quit. It stresses that overcoming obstacles is often where the greatest learning takes place, and that every setback offers an opportunity to develop resilience, gain new perspectives, and refine strategies. The conclusion reminds readers that successful individuals do not avoid failure, but embrace it as part of the process. In fact, it is often the ability to bounce back from failure, to analyze what went wrong, and to make necessary adjustments that leads to eventual success. The conclusion urges readers to adopt a mindset that views failures not as final outcomes, but as temporary setbacks that provide invaluable lessons and insights. Another significant point made in the conclusion is the idea that achieving a goal is not just about reaching a specific destination, but about the growth and transformation that occur along the way. The process of striving toward a goal, learning new skills, overcoming challenges, and expanding one's abilities is as important as the achievement itself. The book encourages readers to value the journey, not just the end result, and to recognize that personal growth often comes from the challenges and struggles faced along the way. It suggests that true success involves becoming a better version of oneself in the process of working toward a goal, and that the transformation that takes place is often the most rewarding aspect of any achievement. Furthermore, the conclusion underscores the importance of taking responsibility for one's own success. It emphasizes that while external factors can influence outcomes, the ultimate responsibility for achieving goals lies with the individual. The book encourages readers to take ownership of their actions, decisions, and progress, rather than attributing success or failure solely to external circumstances. This sense of personal accountability fosters a proactive approach to goal setting and achievement, where individuals take charge of their own destiny and are empowered to make decisions that align with their desires and aspirations. The final message of the conclusion is one of empowerment. The book reinforces the idea that everyone has the potential to achieve their goals, regardless of their starting point or the challenges they may face. It stresses that the power to achieve anything lies within the individual, and that with the right mindset, consistent action, and willingness to learn and adapt, anything is possible. The conclusion serves as a call to action, urging readers to take the first step toward their dreams, to commit to the process, and to remain persistent, knowing that success is within reach. by aligning beliefs, goals, actions, and support systems, and by being open to learning and evolving, readers are reminded that they have everything they need to create the life they desire. The conclusion of the book, therefore, serves as both a summary of the key principles and an empowering message that inspires readers to take action and believe in their ability to achieve greatness. It ties together all the concepts discussed in the book and provides a clear, motivating call to apply these lessons in real life, with the understanding that the road to success is a dynamic, ongoing process that requires both effort and flexibility. Ultimately, it encourages readers to start now, to trust in the journey, and to believe that they can achieve anything they set their mind to.